Flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't.
Picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Power football with the run. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw. It's Robertson. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Man, those big sticks give everybody juice. When you bring it and you fold somebody up like that on the offensive side of the football, everybody on defense gets excited. That Mike linebacker got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss with authority.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
Makes the catch down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. He'll just keep slinging it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking to throw, it's Winston. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Skips away from pressure. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, we can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give to the left. Breaks the tackle.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, we've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Give to the single back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you had functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that. They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
And the crowd starting to rise up on this early 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Shows him the stiff arm. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Robertson. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this QB, you could tell, did a really good job of continuing to buy time, go through his progressions. He wanted to make the big play and even got outside the pocket a little bit to his left and took the deep shot down the field. Just missed.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There's a live football. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down.
Man, did they catch a break. The wide receiver, you could tell, man, trying to fight for extra yards after the catch. Coughs it up, but what do you know? Bounces right back to him, and he says, yes, please, I will take that.
Looking for room, it's Jordan. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to the well. Pirouettes through. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Got his man quickly. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Dances away from the heat. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Nice job by the defense there to take away all the throws downfield. The only place he could have gone with it was to his running back out in the perimeter of the field, but an inaccurate throw forces the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Bulls look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll go with a give to the big tight end on 3rd and short. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Bulls line it up with a 1st and goal. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. He'll take another shot here. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Winston. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Sooners!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked? He lobs one high down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown Bulls. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he added the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points.
Oh, picked off.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
He lets one fly deep. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Pressure coming. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Back to throw, it's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
That's caught. It's Jordan. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Buying some time. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to pass, it's Robertson. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the move, he fires. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Going for the big play. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And the offense stays aggressive, and they try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Going up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Ready to try the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jordan. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. One final play before the end of the quarter. Going with the ground game left. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll throw it on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Jordan. On the move at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Winston. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, it's blocked! And they scoop it up! Here comes the Oklahoma offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown.
You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
And the extra point was up and good. And the kickoff will be returned. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. Touchdown, Tigers. No chance to catch him.
Oh, I love the aggressive mindset of this quarterback and offensive coordinator. You see a matchup that you like, you take a shot, and it pays off in a big way for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. Quick juke to get free. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
My gosh, this defense heard all week about stopping this receiver. If you're going to do anything to have a chance to win, you got to stop this guy. And the very first play of the game, first down and big yards.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Breaks loose at the 45. Well, the big fella's Kurt flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To throw, it's Robertson. On the run here, lets it go. And the ball is hauled in. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking to scramble. And he throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That's an old school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find the picture of that touchdown. Up into the air. He can frame that. That's a nice score to remember.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee, drive